And welcome back, everybody, to the Investor Shed podcast. We're so glad that 7 of you are still listening. Jeremy, good morning.
8 if you can count you and I. So actually 6 other people.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you, Nick?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
I'm disappointed in all you out there.
Why are you disappointed?
Our numbers are down a lot.
Oh, well, maybe we just need to do better content.
Oh, okay. Actually, it doesn't bother me that much.
Take some accountability here. Come on.
Yeah.
It's a free podcast.
I think YouTube got mad because I stopped putting marketing dollars in on YouTube. So they're just like, we're not going to promote your page at all.
That makes sense.
And now, one of the last videos that was dropped a few days ago, it got 3 views.
Nice.
But then on my personal YouTube page, it's just getting normal, normal traction. But I think we're in trouble on our regular podcast page on YouTube because we stopped giving it money. And it's just like, well, screw you. Your numbers are going to look like shit now.
Yeah.
But I also blame you out there, you people. Because you're not checking your subscriptions, because now it's no longer feeding you in the algorithms.
Yeah. Bummer, man.
Yeah.
We're live. We can get into this on this episode if you want, but I don't think that's what the episode is.
Oh, yeah,
about.
That's right. We have topics.
We do. Before we get into that, though, thank you all so much for joining us again. If you're live on Facebook or the other Facebook, welcome.
Welcome.
We've got an investor community on School that we'd like to tell you about as well. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning, we do an investor mastermind call.
We do.
It's a really cool place for investors to hang out, talk about deals, look for funding.
If you have questions.
Yeah.
It's a free source. We don't ask for money.
Yeah.
Not yet. I don't know if we ever will.
Yeah.
It's not really a great platform, I don't think, to get people to send you money, especially these days where you can find answers pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's a cool community to hang out in, especially if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you want to do deals here in North Idaho. So we will have a link to that. If you don't know how to get there, we'll have a link in the description.
It's the Investor Shed on School, SKOOL. You'll be able to find it.
Well, actually, it's tough. You go to the school website and you search for our mastermind group word for word. It does not pull up.
Weird.
So you actually have to have the link. It's so stupid. I paid them $100 a month to host this. I'm probably going to cancel it, and I'm sorry, everybody out there. But you cannot find it when you're searching through this website. It's kind of bullshit.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm in a bad mood today, everybody. I shouldn't be.
What are we talking about today? Why are you in a bad mood? Why?
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm actually in a good mood. I'm in a good mood because I think I've found my new path in life.
Okay.
I used to preach this book. If you're watching this on video, I've got this book in my hands. It's called the Millionaire Real Estate Investor book. And I've been giving this away for 10 years at our local meetups. Every night we usually do a drawing for this book. I bought a lot of them. I've read it several times. I actually haven't read it in probably 5 years. But I've realized lately that kind of fallen into one of the 4th stages in this book. Jeremy, have you read this book?
I listened to it on Audible. I got to tell you, it didn't stick with me.
Okay.
A lot of that's like charts and stuff that you're supposed to be looking at in the book when you're doing it.
It does help to read it.
Yeah. So, and I realized that
audio too.
Yeah, the audio is fine, but I think I do need to, I need to give it another shot for sure. But that and every single book I've ever read, giving it another shot is not a bad idea.
This book is full of value if you're new in real estate investing, but it's also full of value if you've been experienced for a while and you just kind of lose your way. So there are 4 major stages in the Millionaire Real Estate Investor book. Now, this book is proven, this one mostly focuses on rental properties and building up cash flow. They have other books in their series for flips and holds specifically, but it's mostly about how to buy rental properties, even though they have a book on hold. But it's more mindset, money. It's got the whole shebang.
Yeah.
But there's 4 major stages in the book. And the first one is mindset, goals, models. It's called Think a Million. Think a Million is the first step. Buy a million is the second step. Own a million is the third step. And then the 4th final step is receive a million. So basically in the first step, Think a Million, that is what, it's almost the first half of the book, and it's all on mindset, goals, money, models, how everything works.
Right.
And just to get encouraged to actually take some risk and know that you need to get a hold of your financial future a little early in life because it takes time to build.
I think that's where I'm at. I'm at Think a Million right now.
Yeah. And then buy a million is the second step. And this is where you're actively acquiring properties. And they encourage buying properties with debt, deals that make sense, discounted deals. So you're buying, you set your criteria, you start building a portfolio, and you're actively buying real estate, ideally discounted properties that kind of like, without saying BRRRR, they're kind of like teaching the BRRRR method in some cases. But that's the creative way of, building a portfolio where almost anybody that has a regular job can still kind of manage to buy properties that cash flow and make sense.
Yeah.
And take your time. It could take many, many years to kind of build up a good portfolio.
Yeah.
But then, so that's just the second step. The third step out of the 4 is own $1 million. And that's where you own $1 million in net worth. So let's say you have, 10 properties and they are worth, let's say, I don't know, $5 million.
Sure.
But you have $4 million in debt. Well, that would mean that you actually own $1 million in net worth.
Yep. Your equity exceeds
so if
$1
you
million.
had to sell all those properties, you should essentially have $1 million left over in your bank account after paying off all the debts and everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions so far, Jeremy?
No.
I feel like you should chime in here and tell us what you've learned so far in the. In the Think a Million, because you've been on a pretty big journey the last few years, and really started with nothing but debt.
Yeah.
And really, you're on a pretty solid foundation of growing wealth now at this point.
And, it feels so slow when you're in this moment.
Yeah, and so did mine.
Right, and mine
took like 10 years to get to where you are.
Right, like Nick said, the first step is Think a Million. So that starts with your mindset. Like get out of the just get out of the poor mentality mindset. To be honest, so you just start doing things that are going to actually actively moving the needle.
Yeah, and the biggest hack. I'm going to interrupt you. The biggest hack you can possibly do is surround yourself on a regular basis with people that are where you want to be.
Yeah, I would agree.
Surround yourself with the 5 people that you want to imitate, and it's going to happen. If you surround yourself with 5 junkies, tweakers, over time you will become a tweaker as well.
Right.
That's just,
or there's just a good probability of that happening, right? Like if you hang around with people who don't have ambitions, you are more likely to not have ambitions.
Yeah, because everybody subconsciously is trying to match the expectations of their peer group.
Right. Isn't that weird?
So that's the biggest hack we can possibly recommend. If you want to be a real estate investor someday and you just want to be a part of, you got to start joining networking groups. You got to make friends that are real estate investors.
Yeah. Maybe
just get your license and become an agent and just kind of hang around that group of people. There's all kinds of different ways that you can hack getting friends that are where you want to be.
For sure. And another part of that first part of the book is goals, obviously. And just with my goals, like last year, Ginger Snap, I wanted to make $100,000. I didn't quite get there. I got that's 98.
You got there then?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I didn't see that number hit 100,000, right?
Yeah.
And this year I'm like, I'm going to get 150. Because I just need to have a little bit higher expectation. As of right now, I'm at 96,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're a little over halfway through the year. So you still got you got a good runway to blow past that.
Right.
Yeah. What if all the business just stopped? You did have 2 cancellations today.
I did.
Ouch.
One of them was from you. It's okay. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Dude, you saved me a trip to Bonner's Ferry. I'm never going to be how dare you?
That would have been half your day. Easy.
Yeah.
Maybe more than half. Going up to Bonner's Ferry to do a shoot, is that half your day or more than half?
Hour and a half. Yeah, about half the day.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, you learn a lot, obviously, just the more you read books like this and the more you read, just, you fill your mind with positivity rather than the negativity of the news or Netflix or No Man's Sky.
I stayed up late playing No Man's Sky.
Nick started playing a video game, so we're giving him crap. But the more you fill your mind with this kind of positivity, the more you will become the embodiment of that person, if that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
So I want to be a person who reads and works out. What do those people do? They just take the actions.
Yeah.
And they
have
just
little
make
habits
it
every day.
Yeah.
And they just do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm learning from that one, obviously. Again, I need to reread this book because I have
Me too.
consumed a lot of media, and I think that's it's a blessing and a curse to have so much information and knowledge at my fingertips.
Yeah.
And then not be able to soak in every little bit.
I've had something magical happen to me over the last month or so, other than option trading, which did not work out, by the way.
Which is not magical.
But in my YouTube, I listen to YouTube a lot just for, music and podcasts and all kinds of stuff. But somebody snuck into my algorithm, and somebody that I did not have good vibes with for, my investing journey. Ever since I was in my young 20s, I just kind of despised this character. His name is Dave Ramsey.
Oh,
Um,
I love
and
this.
over the last month or so, the Entree Leadership podcast has just been stuck in my algorithm. And every time I'm driving and I'm driving a lot to like St. Mary's and Bonners Ferry lately and
Yeah.
stuff. And I just kind of let my YouTube go sometimes, and I don't always grab it. And then these podcasts just pop up.
Yep.
And Mr. Dave Ramsey, I gotta give it to him though. Like the guy's experienced. He works out of a $600 million building that he owns free and clear.
Yep.
Like the guy knows what he's talking about. And also part of this book is about paying down your debts after you get them.
Yep.
Not necessarily just letting them ride the whole 30 years, but actively focusing on, now that you've acquired all these properties, which ones are you going to hack away at? Which ones are you going to sell that don't actually work out long term? Because sometimes you just don't know when you're buying rental properties until you've had them for a year or two.
Right. Is this a real thing?
If they're a good cash flowing property or not.
Yeah. Everything's hypothetical until you put real numbers to an equation.
Yeah. And I've learned this not just with my portfolio, but with a lot of people around me. They really kind of don't know how a rental is going to be. That we can have projections and stuff, but until they've owned it for a year or two, they don't really know how effective that particular rental is, because the markets can change. The type of people that are attracted to that neighborhood or that house can be different.
Yeah.
And of course, interest rates and mortgages and down payments and that stuff all are very important. But
sure.
You start learning which properties are actually bringing you cash every month,
sure,
and which ones are taking cash from you every month.
Yeah.
And I've had the fortune, or the unfortunate, but also the fortunate opportunity to have a large amount of my rentals. Basically, I've had to sell to pay off some really bad debts a couple years ago.
Yep.
I got into a spec building and got in all these partnerships and was doing like 26 different deals. And these were burrs. These were spec builds of new construction that we were just building and going to sell.
Yeah.
They were flip houses. And a lot of the spec builds didn't work out. And I can blame it on a partner that we had that stole a bunch of money and didn't pay bills. And I'm going to blame it mostly on them, but it was my fault for partnering with them.
Sure.
But over time, I had to start selling. I was over leveraged, and I had to sell. I had 15 rental properties at the time, and I had to sell 9 of them.
Crazy.
So I had to sell 9 of them, and with all the equity, pay down all these bad debts. I lost almost $2 million. Fortunately, I didn't have to sell everything. I paid off all my debts. I kept my credit intact.
Yeah.
I got sued. We sued them. So we had legal battles. That's all over with as of earlier this year now too. And I have a much smaller team, much smaller portfolio, but I've been, the cash flow has been much better this year, because I actually did do away with a lot of rentals that maybe weren't performing as well as I thought they were.
Sure.
But I was insistent on keeping the good cash flow properties.
Right.
So anyway, long story short, I was in number 3, own $1 million, and that's where I had $1 million in net worth, and I was improving operations. Now I'm kind of entering stage 4, and stage 4 is receive $1 million, and that's where you actively pay down debt, you increase your cash flow, and you reduce your active work.
I love it.
So the book actually recommends slow down acquiring properties at this point, because I actually do have a good amount of gross income coming from these rentals that I have.
Sure.
If I can just focus on paying down and off the debts, the cash flow will just increase. And with time, that they will just increase in cash flow more
Right.
as our US dollar loses value.
Sure.
And things just go up in price. Which includes rents. So
Yeah.
and we just had a round for the first time. I just got paid on my RV park where we upped rents by $45 for 20 something units.
Yeah.
And nobody fought it.
Okay.
And all I had to do was change the contracts and up the rents, and it just we got an extra few $100 a month.
Yeah.
Just like 1,000, I guess.
Yeah, 800 something, 40 times
close
20.
close to $1,000.
Cool.
In increased cash flow.
Nice.
Just by simply raising the rents. And it's something I can probably do again in a couple of years.
Sure.
Now, so my new goal is to just flip houses.
Okay.
And sell real estate and focus on paying down the debts that I have and paying them off. Because if I can do that, I will have around 20 grand of rental income a month.
Nice.
And that could go up over time. Very likely.
Yeah.
But I now have a solid plan of I just need to tackle these mortgages over the next few years. And then I can go off, maybe just be done with real estate.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take a lot in real estate. And I think people forget this sometimes. Like, it doesn't take 1,000 properties to become wealthy with real estate. It takes 4.
Yeah. It doesn't take 1,000. You're right. It just takes a few.
Yeah.
Depends on how much debt you have, how much cash flow is coming in, and what your lifestyle demands.
Right. But I mean, some people need to figure out, what is the play here? Is the play to pay down this debt on this 4-plex I have, or go acquire a new 4-plex, right?
Yeah.
I think that's just something that you have to analyze yourself, unfortunately. These spreadsheets aren't going to tell us what is going to be efficient for you.
Yeah.
But some people are like, I have my 4-plex. I think I'm just going to shove a bunch of money into it. Take my brother, for example. He's got his house. All he wants to do is he wants to, just hit his mortgage hard. There's nothing wrong with that. He's got he owes $20,000 on his house right now.
He's almost done.
Yeah, he's almost done.
Yeah.
Because he's just been hammering this thing really good. And I was like, well, what's your plan next? I'm going to get another one.
He's going to get another house.
That's what he said.
Oh, cool.
Great. Rent
Nice.
out this one for $1,800-$1,900 a month. That's just instant cash flow for you.
Yeah.
There's no equity there, or it's all equity. So that's all cash flow.
Yeah. Super smart, conservative. Well, I don't know if it's a super smart play long-term, but very conservative, and it's going to work.
I think it's smart for him.
It
it
smart
doesn't
for him and his personality style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely it's it's not a bad thing to pay off your house, and it's not a bad thing to rent it out and go buy another one. So
Not at
you
all.
move at the speed you want. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses in this business. You just...
Hey, quick commercial break here. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you want to give back, let me help you buy a house, or I can help you sell a house. It's the only way I make money when I'm not investing in real estate. I don't make money on this podcast or the events I do, but I do make money only when I help people buy and sell houses. So if you're looking for your next investment and you're here in North Idaho, I want to help you personally. If you are not in North Idaho, I can still help you out. I have a vast network of referral partners all across the country, and I can find the right real estate investor savvy agent for you so you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for your support. Back to the show.
Do what feels right to you.
Is he still buying Blu-rays?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
He had a good collection of Blu-rays.
He had a pretty good collection of Blu-rays for sure.
Yeah. Anytime you wanted to watch the Alien series, just hit him up.
That's true. Now I just got Prime.
Yeah, that's true. They're all on Hulu.
Yeah, they're all on Hulu. I can watch Alien whenever I feel like it.
Good.
So you're in this third to fourth stage of trying to receive $1 million, but you own $1 million. You're trying to receive it, right?
Yeah. So I've hit level 3 or $1 million because I have $1 million in net worth. It's and so not including my personal residence, and not including the cabin property I bought. If you just look at my rental portfolio, I've got approximately $3 million in value.
Sure.
And approximately 1.7 in debt.
Cool.
So the equity is around just shy of 1.3.
Sure. So with your plan to start paying these off, where do you think you're going to start first? I know you've got a multitude of properties. You've got 5 rentals right now?
I have so I've got
6.
I've got the 4-plex.
Yep.
in Coeur d'Alene.
Your Frankenstein fourplex.
Yep, I've got a property up north in a nice house in Sandpoint.
Yep. Then you got one in Hayden, right?
I've got one in Hayden.
Yep.
So we've got 3 kind of north of this area, and then I have the RV park.
Okay.
Which is 4.
Yeah.
And I've got the large property. You know, I could just look at this spreadsheet
Yeah,
here.
not a huge deal. I'm just trying to help you decide, like, okay, so your plan is to start paying this stuff down. Like, where are you going to start? Are you going to divide and conquer?
Yeah.
Like, try to add a little bit to everything? Or are you going to pay all to one?
All to one at first.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So my goal first is to, let's see, larger. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 rental properties. Sorry. 5 rental properties. And I've got 4 flips going on. And then I have 2 personal properties. Yeah, so I only have 5 rentals. Sorry, guys.
What's Blazing Saddle?
It is a couple of building lots out in Pinehurst.
Cool. Oh, that's right. You bought those. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll have another house in Kellogg here next week.
Nice.
The one that you're doing a loan for the reno.
I got a check ready for you whenever you're ready, buddy.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I don't have 6 rentals, but I do have units.
Yeah, you got a fourplex.
One's a fourplex, one's an RV park.
It's like 30 units right there.
Yeah, so there's a good amount of units.
Right.
I should know off
I don't
the top
think
of my
like
head.
units and
Properties.
rentals, they don't necessarily matter. Like someone could say like, oh, I've got 100 units, but you could just be a 1% owner in a 100-unit equity firm.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just doesn't impress me as much as I used to think.
Yeah. So I did something. I mean, yesterday I kind of had my tail between my legs a little bit because I've realized the last episode or 2, I think we talked about how I'm building the cabin out in St. Mary's. I really need to have more cash freed up before I do that. I was actually just putting it all on like credit cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is such a stupid idea. Because it's not an investment.
It's for personal use.
It's for personal use, and I'm using heavy debt to kind of fund it for now, as I will get my cash flow freed up from these flip properties to go pay that down. So here's what I did. I told my contractor yesterday, I'm like, I'm sorry to screw your schedule up, but once we're done pouring the slab next week, I'm going to pause construction. I need a couple of flips to sell first before I just so I can pay all my bills and make sure everything gets paid. And
Yeah.
he was totally fine with that. He's got other jobs he can go to.
Cool.
So I actually had to swallow my pride and be like, dude, I can't just keep getting into debt,
right?
Because I'm so comfortable and so used to that. But the problem I'm doing lately is I'm putting all this heavy debt on a property that's not going to cash flow at all.
Right. And I thought about that too, but I'm like, hey, whatever works for you. I don't know your financial situation. Like you need to be able to.
I'm so not used to like doing anything for myself personally.
Right.
But I'm so used to debt and credit cards and hard money loans and stuff like that on investment properties that produce
fees,
money.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I really had to take a few steps back and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, this is like, I can wait. I don't need a recreation property this year. I've got the property. I can still go to it.
Yeah.
I've got a camper.
You can camp up there. Yeah.
But I really, next year I'll have enough cash to finish this cabin.
Cool.
And we'll just continue construction next year. And it will probably be at a really good stopping point too, because we'll have the slab there, all utilities running to it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not like have all the framing up and then that gets weathered and damaged and have to reframe stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good stopping point because the slab's not going to get damaged.
Right.
Sitting up there on the hill.
That's awesome. I think that's a good call. I'm not your financial advisor, of course, but I think like, looking at it from a bird's eye view, like, okay, you've got all this money coming in from investment properties that you're just like trying to throw at a cabin that's not going to make you money.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make sense to me.
Yeah, well, I've also, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're perfect.
And I'm a little crazy, and I lose my mind sometimes, and I like to, every week I've got a new plan.
I think you get fixated on these ideas, and it's a common problem.
Yeah,
like you see a free bag of money on the ground, as you like to claim, and you like to pick it up and like take it as far to the end zone as you can. Like how far can I stretch this free bag of money?
Yeah.
And with that loan you got on it, like that was almost a free bag of money.
It was a great loan.
Yeah. And you're still going to keep that loan as your property, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. So you're not going to not pay the loan. You're just going to stop building.
Right. No, I can handle it's $1,000 a month.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to, I'll still have that property. I'm just not going to finish the $250,000 build
Right.
until I have a little bit more cash freed up.
Okay.
It's just not. It's not important enough to like screw up the fundamentals that I've had for a long time, which is I only use credit cards and debt for investments.
Yeah.
In general. Your personal house, you can get a loan on if it makes sense, if you can afford it, if it's better than renting.
Right.
Those are my personal beliefs. And I started violating it lately and just acting ridiculous just because I'm just so comfortable and used to debt.
Yeah.
But I've got to remember that thing's never going to bring in cash flow unless I rent it out or something like that.
That's not your plan, though.
That's not my plan.
Yeah.
So
good on you for finding
wait.
that out, by the way. Like, I think a lot of people, and again, like, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, they get this wild hair up their ass, like, oh, I should do this. And for you to stop right now when you did, I think is very admirable, to be honest. So you didn't like over leverage yourself and really realize that like, oh, this was a dumb idea, and try to convince yourself in your brain that it was a good idea.
I think I always knew it was a dumb idea before I ever started.
Sure.
But I also just don't care sometimes, and I like to just do what I want to do.
We like to live and have fun. Too. It's like not
it's
all
like,
about.
Dude, I can die in a few years.
Yeah.
Do I want to die without a cabin? That's
it's embarrassing to die without a cabin.
But anyway, that's
cool. So your plan is to start flipping more houses, pay down these debts.
Yeah, probably not flipping more than what I'm doing. I'm currently doing around 4 a year or so, and I think that's a good healthy amount to bring in enough cash to probably pay off all these debts.
Sure.
Some of these are bigger projects, some are smaller.
Yeah.
But I would say within 3 to 5 years, I think I can just pay off all these debts.
I love it.
And in 3 to 5 years, I won't even be. I'll be approaching my mid 40s, and I think at that point, it'd be my kids will be teenagers, and it would be great to be in a position where I can take a whole summer off and just go on those road trips and stuff like that, and have the good amount of cash flow coming in, not have to work, not have to rely on a job and miss out on my family time.
Sure. Your kids aren't going to want to hang out with you, and
they're not, probably not. But if we force them to come with us on an RV trip around the country,
it'll be fine.
That's always been one of my dreams is to go on a road trip around the country with a family. Yeah. With an RV.
It'd take longer than 2 weeks if you do it, by the way.
No, yeah, I mean like a whole summer.
You and I did it in 2 weeks.
I know that was ridiculous.
We didn't even stop,
but we got to learn from that experience.
We did.
Of like, oh, we should probably have a little more money than $1,000.
Yep,
if we're going around the whole country, because all that's used for gas.
We booked it from like Chicago to Spokane in like 2 days. Like we saw nothing in the Midwest.
No, I don't even think we were awake half the time.
I remember you were watching The Sum of All Fears on your laptop, and you're like, if this movie sucks in 5 minutes, I'm throwing the disc out the window. 5 minutes later, I just hear the disc flop out, and you flung it out the window. I'm like, movie must have been garbage.
Yeah, now I look back, I'm like, I just littered Sum of All Fears in the Midwest.
Ben Affleck, no.
So if anyone's out there in the Midwest and they stumble upon Sum of All Fears DVD, off the side of the road, that was me.
Just if you're looking for it, look on I-90, just anywhere from Chicago to Spokane. It could be around that area. Short little jaunt.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the book. So Receive a Million. This is one of the last stages in this book. It's where you pay down debt, increase your cash flow, and reduce active work. And that sounds exciting to me because I feel like, with AI and everything coming, that makes me more satisfied to like have a plan to like, I think I got to exit within 5 years or so, being a real estate agent, flipping houses, doing all these things. Like I've got to have a real plan to be done quickly. And that's just my own personal paranoid self, just thinking like I want to be in a position where I can have enough cash flow coming in to be able to do whatever and like start a new business if I want to. I'm sure I'll start some other business in the future, but I think if it takes another 3 to 5 years to pay off all my debts and be done, I will have been in real estate for 20 years, and I think that's good enough to go do something else. So that I think that's kind of my new plan is try to retire in 3 to 5 years and start something new.
I love it. Do you know what do you know what you think you're going to start in 3 to 5 years?
I don't know. Maybe a trade business.
A train business?
Trade,
Okay.
like some sort of a trade, HVAC,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
plumbing, electrical,
That makes sense.
maybe a junk removal business, something like that, maybe. And then have AI robots run it one day.
There you go.
Maybe something like that, just for fun. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my options very open. There could be, we're in weird times.
Yeah.
And I think in 5 years, like there almost completely new industries out there.
Sure.
And it would just be fun to be in a position where I can be a little flexible instead of fearful.
Sure. It's weird to think about this because like I've known you a long time and I know that you don't have an off switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like specifically since I've known you in real estate, I like it's go 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 go. It's going to be interesting to see it like
And then I say I'm slowing down and I'm not at all. Yeah, I'm really not doing anything.
I've heard that like multiple times. I'm not calling you a liar, but like sometimes our priorities shift, right? Like, this year you're like, I'm not going to flip any more houses. And I'm like,
that was last year.
Okay.
Yeah. And I flipped like 4.
It's okay. Again,
but I did go like the first half of the year without doing anything.
Yeah. But I think like you're finding your priorities and you're finding what's important to you. And right now, what's important to you is family time and getting that family time back.
Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't know it if you asked my kids. They're like, where's dad?
Who's dad?
but I'm working on trying to be more available and resourceful.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's hard to think about you stopping, to be honest with you. I think there's always going to be something or always some, like, you're always going to have some part in real estate.
Sure.
Whether you become a private money partner or you just become like an advisor. Like a lot of people, they're just advisors for flips. Like if a brand new person was like, hey, I want to flip a house. Can I give you 20%? And if you just like help me project manage and tell me what I need to do next, you take it.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
That sounds like a lot.
Okay.
But maybe,
yeah. That's what I mean. Like that is always going to be there because you love this, right?
I do to a point. I think I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I can just do it because this is my current. This is the way I make money.
I think. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You may not have to love it, but I think you respect this business.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting way to think about this because like, yeah, I respect this enough to like.
I do respect it because I do think it does make society better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, and a lot of people probably don't feel that way about like house flippers and stuff, but I really do believe to my core that it is a good thing to take a shitty house that everyone drives by and hates.
Yep.
And then you can take that off somebody's hands who has no ambition to do anything with it.
Yep.
When they're finally ready to sell. You get it at a good deal, and then you are able to hire contractors all of a sudden have money and jobs to do. People that walk by the house, they start seeing, oh, that's looking better, and it's making the neighborhood slightly better.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're also helping all these people that lend money, do insurance, all these things, all these sub industries that. It seems like almost everything has a leg in real estate.
Yeah,
almost everything. And so you're helping almost the entire market just outside of real estate too, slightly increase by hiring everybody to do certain jobs. Yeah, my dog just ran into a fence. Jeremy's like, what was that? And then so I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not just you're hiring contractors, but there's so many people in a real estate transaction that have their hands in the pot that you're helping everybody get fed for that week.
Right.
Inspectors, appraisers. There's so many
Cleaners,
jobs.
yeah.
Cleaners. Yeah. All kinds of everybody in the trades almost. If you're flipping a house, gets some sort of action on it.
Yeah.
And not just that, all the people that build the materials for that stuff.
Right.
A lot of materials are going to be starting to be manufactured in America here soon.
What do you think that's going to do to price?
Everything's going to go up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's fucked still, but there'll be more job opportunities until AI robots come, and then they're just going to take all the jobs.
Yep.
So it's like bring all the jobs home, so that our robots can do it in a few years. That's what I think, my paranoid brain is saying, which isn't a bad thing. It's either, it's either they all stay overseas and robots do it over there so everybody suffers worldwide, or just, bring those jobs to America and then these companies can do better.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, but there's a really good chance that society will do better with more efficiencies and more industries will be created.
Sure.
I think it's more likely that this will improve future generations' quality of life than it will take away, but it will be a scary time.
Sure.
I think.
I mean, we don't know what we don't know, and I think it's business as usual until we figure something else out.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're right, though. Like, the robot revolution, so to say, it's not like here, but it's
coming.
It's there. You know what I mean? It's not here, but it's there.
It's being worked on.
Yeah.
And when people are working on things, it usually happens eventually.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know that there's a lot of people that don't realize that humanoid robots are being manufactured right now and perfected and worked on and
by multiple companies.
Yeah. And just this morning,
they race right now.
Just last night, they released ChatGPT 5.
Okay.
And that thing can do some impressive stuff. That basically takes away all the jobs for code writers.
Okay. Yep.
Because you can now just ask it to do all this stuff. You can, it will, I just watched a demo this morning. But you can have it create an app for your friend. Like, I want this guy was doing a demo for his wife or his partner or something like that. His family speaks French. She's English. And he's like, I want to create this web app for her, how to learn French, and all these cute little things on it, like flashcards, and then that game Snake, but instead of snake, it's a mouse, and it's eating cheese instead of apples. And every time it does, it says, a word in French, and it helps this. And like it just, seconds, it builds out this whole website with flashcards and a game and keeps track of your progress. It's just like a brand new app.
Wild.
Especially just for this person. And it wrote like 400 lines of code like immediately, and then they had different versions of it, to perfect it. Just weird stuff, where
wild.
you don't really need these coders anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure you still will, because I think
but there's a lot of use cases that stuff like that can help. But anyway, we're living in weird times.
Yeah,
where you can create your own snake game.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I was like, as you were saying,
Michael like, Jackson snake.
Yeah. What about
eating kids' dicks? Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. He's dead.
Oh, that's right. Like Chris Farley.
Yes. So like that app specifically, like it's almost like, that could replace Duolingo. I mean, it's just for one person, right? But that
just create
the functionality of AI is going to replace things that are more expensive.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, there's going to be a lot of interesting things that will happen.
Yeah.
So I'm also, I'm always paranoid and fearful of, what that's going to do in the immediate term of like people losing jobs and prices skyrocketing and just a few small companies that are going to own everything.
Yeah.
So what can you do?
It's weird. I kind of have an opposite take. I know we're talking about the Millionaire Real Estate Investor and how somehow we always get synced into AI, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think prices are going to go down once robots come in.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There's going to be less of a need for money if there's less of a need to make it.
Yeah. Well, that's the optimistic view.
Right.
And it's very possible.
Like, if robots take care of everything for us, why do we need wealth?
If everybody has access to the robots.
It's true.
That can also do things for them. Yeah. Cost in general will come down.
Yeah.
But we still have this elephant in the room called $36 trillion in debt.
Right.
That's going up.
I'm talking about like on a micro level though. Like if we have like AI build a house, like that, the price of that house is going to effectively go down because we don't need to pay workers to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We've talked about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But still, people's incomes are not going to be going up as fast as the US dollar is going to lose value due to the amount of debt that we currently
Sure.
have,
Yeah.
and that has to be refinanced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've got to refinance $9 trillion here this summer at a higher interest rate, which is just going to increase the deficit
Yep.
to over $2 trillion, because it was at like 1.68 or so when we first started talking about this earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we can do is quantitative easing, just print more money. And then when you expand the money supply, that's called inflation.
Yep.
And high prices are a result of inflation.
Sure.
So we're going to see higher prices because the supply of money is going to continue to expand as we need it to pay these larger debts that we don't pay off.
It's such a weird concept.
Yeah.
It makes sense how you say it, but they're like, oh, we're in debt. I guess we should just print more money to pay it.
That was their, that's their answer with the big beautiful bill, is let's just print more money and let's up the budgets too on things. We'll see if we can grow our way out of this, but it's hard. I don't know if I've ever seen a country grow their way out of 36 trillion in debts. Their currency usually goes to zero eventually. So make sure that you're invested in other assets other than the US dollar.
Yeah.
Because if you're just in the stock market or something, that's actually safer because you own shares of companies that maybe won't go out of business.
It's true.
That's an easy way to shelter your money.
Yeah.
Because some people some people just don't understand that, like, when you buy things, you're trading out of the US dollar. And whatever you buy, most people buy stuff that goes down in value or they consume immediately.
Yeah.
I think the poorest people, they buy consumables. The middle class, they typically buy liabilities that they think are assets that go down in value over time, and the rich focus on buying assets. So just do what the rich do. The rich are not worried about inflation because they put their money in assets that typically are inflation proof, because they typically go up in value as the US dollar goes down in value.
Yeah. So don't invest in USD, buy dinar. Is that what you're saying?
USD? Oh yeah, the US dollar.
Yeah.
Buy dinar.
Buy Iraqi dinar.
Yeah, that's a good inflation to go into. No.
Do you still have your dinar?
I still do. It's in my safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's buried under real money.
Okay.
But it's in the back of my safe.
Nice.
For one day.
Yeah. For a rainy day when you need to exchange that at a 0.003% of what you bought it at.
Is it that bad? I don't think it's devalued that much since I bought it.
Really? Is it about the same?
I'd have to go. I can look it up after this.
Yeah, we'll look.
I only bought like $800 worth or something.
Yeah. So let's kind of finalize this thing, Nick. So
yeah, sure.
The Millionaire Real Estate Investor, like, obviously, if you haven't read it, I think it's definitely worth a read.
Yeah. I'm going to pause you real quick.
Yeah.
If you're thinking that I just recently bought dinar, I did not. This was like 20 years ago. Continue.
You don't need to explain to anybody. I love it.
Yeah, I did not buy dinar recently. This was when I was in my young 20s.
Would you buy dinar again?
Well, it depends on what it's trading at.
Okay, thank you. So the answer is Nick might buy more dinar. He didn't buy it recently. You might.
Okay.
Anyway, Millionaire Real Estate Investor. It is written by Gary Keller, who founded Keller Williams, of course, not to be related with Helen Keller.
No, they're not related.
They might be. I don't know. No.
It was his ex-wife.
Was it? She's like 300 years old.
Well, he just got sick of her, like, never talking or like being able to communicate well.
That sounds pretty optimal, man. I'm not just kidding.
So Gary divorced Helen.
Yeah. Anyway, Millionaire Real Estate Investor, great book. If you haven't read it, it's great for beginners. Honestly, I think it's great for any investor going through any stage, because I think there is something, like Nick said, there's stages in this book, and you can really learn something from everything.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a reason why you've been giving this away for 10 plus years at your meetups, because it's one of the foundational books at your core.
Yep. It's a solid book for beginners and seasoned investors. So give it a reread. And thanks for listening today. I think that's it.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. We love you all.
I don't. I'm getting angry at you guys. Very, very angry.
Make sure you look at our YouTube at The Investor Shed and make sure you give us views. Otherwise, Nick's going to be in a bad mood again next time. And then I have to deal with it. You're making more work for me, okay? So
Yeah. It's funny. The one that we flipped houses with credit cards episode, it actually got a lot of good views, but only one comment, and someone's like, "That's stupid." No. And I just did the heart emoji, but it's just things like that. I'm just like, why do we even do this fucking podcast? This is so dumb.
Dude, okay, so here's the thing. If you listen to what every single hater ever said.
I know, but it's just like, it's the only comment on the video. It's just like, no, that's stupid. I'm like, I thought we gave good value. I'm like, but okay.
Okay, so there are trolls out there who just like, they have nothing better to do than to be angry at videos on the internet. What's funny to me is like, they spend an entire hour watching us beat idiots and then be like, that's stupid. Not like, like, that's just on them, man. Like,
oh, I think they just saw the headline and the thumbnail and they just make a comment, move on. But who knows?
You know what's funny though? Like, usually that has like opposite reactions. So like, if people are commenting on the videos, it's going to invite more people to watch the video because algorithms, right?
Yeah.
So really, they're just helping us. So thank you for watching our video.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks, guy.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
I'm not mad.
I think his name was Douchebag187 or something. All right, everybody.
187.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Later.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the Investor Shed podcast. If you enjoyed your time, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow along on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at The Investor Shed for shorts and promos about each episode. Do you want to be a guest or know someone who has great real estate investing advice and stories? Reach out to us at theinvestorshed@gmail.com.